Chains by Boss. Chains by Boss is now the official sponsor of the Cowboy Up podcast. If you need your custom cowboy chains, you go to Chains by Boss. You can find them on any of your social media. You can find them on TikTok, Chains by Boss on TikTok. You can find them also on Instagram, Chains by Boss, and you can also find them on Facebook. Chains by Boss will deliver the hottest new cowboy chains for you, and we recognize them as our official Cowboy Podcast sponsor. Thanks. And always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace. The Cowboy Up podcast would love to welcome Vosqueros Game as our official sponsor of the Cowboy Up podcast. Vosqueros Game has all your custom stickers, your custom towels, your custom tumblers, anything you need to represent your team, such as those Dallas Cowboys or even those hated San Francisco 49ers. Vosqueros Gangs have you. You can find them on all social media, especially Instagram and TikTok. The Cowboy Up podcast welcomes Vosqueros Game as our official sponsor of the show. As always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace. The Cowboy Up podcast welcomes Dominion Custom Clothing. Cowboy fans, if you need your custom suits, your custom sportswear, Dominion Custom Clothing is the company for you. Dominion Custom Clothing also offers a free mobile service to your home, to your business for suit fittings and fabric showing. Dominion Custom Clothing has been a clothier in the Dallas-Fort Worth area for the last 20 years. So if you need that suit for the night out on the town or the tuxedo for the prom or special occasions, Dominion Custom Clothing is the company you have been looking for. And as always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace. From Stop 6, Texas, it's the big fella. It's Dallas Cowboy Chris. And from the 915, Cholo Town, El Paso, it's our man, 21, Armando, 21. And from the hill country of Texas, Austin, it's our man, Retrofit Sports, Hook 'em, it's Rue. And from Tucson, Arizona, the player personnel director of the Cowboy Up podcast is Kuiper AZ. And from the great state of Arizona, he's Mikey 520. Man, what's up? What's up? What's up? After some technical difficulties, guess who's on the air, man? The Cowboy podcast. Say, man, we had to battle through some things with our old StreamYard app. For some reason, it wouldn't let us broadcast, but we got it fixed, man. So I'm glad the people who hung around and stayed around. We about 30 minutes late, but we here, man, because we ready to talk a little Cowboy football, man. I want to introduce the crew to you, man. To my left, to my right, to my right, to my left, man. The player personnel director of the Cowboy Up podcast, man. Y'all know him. He's Kuiper. Hey, Z, what's up, Kuiper?
Man, what it do? We finally got football rolling. It's so close, man. I'm so excited. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you, man. And from West Texas, Cholo Town, the 915. It's my homeboy. It's 21. Armando 21. What's up, 21?
What's going on, fellas? Hey, we back, man. Cowboy Up Podcast. We in here. We chilling, man. If you guys stuck around, we appreciate it. I had a little technical difficulties. I forgot to pay the bill, but I had to run real quick to the, to the run right quick to the Popular and pay it. We used to go back then. My mom used to go to the Popular and pay it at the little. We got it. We got it covered, y'all. But we here, man. Appreciate y'all joining us.
Well, appreciate you running to the stove real quick, man. I'm sorry, y'all know I'm from the South, man. I got a little accent to the stove. Appreciate you running to the stove and pay the damn bill. I sure appreciate that, man. And from the great state of Arizona, man, Tucson, man. He is my man. He's man Mikey 520. What's up, Mikey?
Mama got the lights back on, y'all. Grandmama said she don't know where Mama got that money. She said she got that money in the corner. I don't see no money in the corner. Mama got the lights on, y'all.
All right, man. And man, from the ATL, by the way of the Funky Town, Fort Worth, Eastwood in the house. Man, that's my man, Chop the Point, man. What's up, baby?
Man, what's good, man? You're right. We was going through technical difficulties. I couldn't even get the thing to work, so I had to switch to the phone. And I know that's always gonna work. What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
You gotta do what you gotta do, Chop.
You gotta do what you gotta do, baby. You gotta do what you gotta do.
What you gotta do. But hey, man, let's get into some cowboy talk. What about that? Y'all want to do that?
Let's do it,
cowboy football.
There's a lot to say. There's a lot to say.
Let's talk a little cowboy football first. But let's start with Fergie first. Let's start with Fergie. The person who got signed that you thought, hey, man, well, damn, we re-signed Fergie? Okay. It wasn't who we was looking for. Remember last year, the same thing happened last year. Somebody got signed. You just like, well, fuck, what about that? so Jared did it again. The person you didn't think that needed an extension got his extension. Congratulations to Fergie. Fergie got a 4-year extension for the Cowboys to open up that middle of the field, man. You got Pickens on one side, you got number 88 on the other side, and we got Ferg going down the middle. So what did y'all think, man, when you heard Fergie get paid? We'll start with, I guess, for Chop. What did you hear? How you feel, man, when Fergie got his money?
You know what? I have to be honest. I was surprised. I was like, where did that come from? Because I was thinking about Tyler Smith and Deron Bland. That's what I was thinking about that might get it, But when Ferg got it, you know what? I'm really speechless. Just on the sports side, but on the business side, I'm gonna tell you, man. Whatever money that they need, you know how they do in housing. You refinance the house, pull the equity out, and pay somebody else. Okay, so they went and signed Ferg. They're gonna pull the money out, add that to Parsons.
Yeah,
and they're gonna sign somebody else. Watch how it works. It just works like that. That's all. But yeah, I was quite surprised. Good deal. I wasn't mad. Good deal though.
Right. I feel you. Mic'd up, man. What you think, man, when you heard Fergie got paid instead of
how Chopped is thinking. Because maybe all these dominoes have to fall for Micah to actually get his contract. Maybe they're playing it for what Jerry is, and it's nothing new. And when you said that, you just went, and you tickled the back of my neck, of course. Because sometimes it's you don't have to be dumb. We already know it. You don't have to be reading freaking tarot cards or nothing. The way you said it, because and you just said you thought it'd be Deron Bland or Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith, his agent, has been in camp. I forgot his name. It's report that they're so for Jerry Jones that don't know agents' names. You be knowing Tyler Smith's freaking agent's name. He knows. So they probably did it. So like right now, Fergie, and it's gonna be Ferg, and we want Tyler Smith to get his money, and they're gonna get their ducks in a row and pay Micah. But for now, Fergie's like next to Micah, goes, hide the money, y'all. Broke people around here.
All right, 21, man. How'd you feel, man, when you heard old Ferg got paid, man?
I mean, I guess as everybody said, okay, we were expecting somebody else to get signed, right? But the Ferg signing happened. It's good, obviously, for the team. We have a solidified tight end, But from what I've heard, other tight ends are kind of looking a little bit more, more worked right there out there in the field. So we'll see how that turns out. But we got our Dak security blanket, right? I guess we can say that, right? So it's a good signing, and just like Chopper said, it's all it's all taking the equity out and buying a new, that equity will help you out in tough times.
Yeah,
If you want to make a poo, you just take that equity out. We get that poo pass rusher. He's the poo.
All right, man. And our player personnel director, man. Look, did you think that was smart on Jerry to get actually sign somebody early? what did you think about it, man, when you heard Fergie got paid?
I thought it was smart. I do, because if there's anything I do value in an offense, it is an underrated tight end. Tight ends in this league can be one of the biggest mismatches for a defense. Rather than a wide receiver can get double covered. It's super easy. Put a safety above them. A tight end, you got to cover him with a linebacker or a safety, and then you got to worry about the wide receivers, right? So Drake Ferguson is very reliable. The money he's making, $13 million a year, he's getting paid just as much as Pat Freiermuth. And honestly, those two, they're very similar in their skill set. I love the deal.
Oh man, I love it when somebody from outside of the Cowboys say they love the deal, because as Cowboy fans sometimes we can be biased. All right, I'm admitting it. Sometimes I can be biased. All right, but it's my damn team. Shit, I want to be biased about my own team, but and that's another reason why we have Kuiper on here, to give us the other point of view. So when he says a good deal, I'm happy now. I'm really happy though, But Ferguson had a rough year last year, man. You got hurt for a little bit. We brought it up a couple times on the show, man. What's up with Ferg? What's up with him? It just seems a little bit last year. He lost that dog mentality. Ferg had that mentality like Zeke. I'm gonna run you over and I may jump over you. And we didn't get much of that last year. But I think, man, with the weapons that we have now for number 4, I always call Dak number 4. I got that from my old football coach. He didn't know our name. He just called it by our number. So for number 4, I think this is great, man, because it's just adding to the weaponry and it's actually leading into what I wanted to talk about, because all of a sudden, when you throw the monkey draws on, you put the pads on, you put the helmets on, we start getting injuries, right? We start getting them. All right. I'm not going to talk about the obvious yet because I'm getting back to him. But Spanford got hurt also. Okay. Oh. So Spanford is one of those tight ends. Remember in the OTAs, everybody was raving about. Remember that? So now Spanford is out 2 to 3 weeks, man.
He was sliced bread. Sliced bread.
Yeah, so Chop, we'll start with you, man. What do you think about Span? Is it gonna delay his play on the field? Because I think the Cowboys had big high hopes for Spanford.
Yeah, he showed up in OTAs. He was doing some things, man. He looked different. He looked slimmer. He reconditioned his body a little bit. And I was watching him out there running routes, and I'm just hearing about he got hurt. I must have missed that somewhere along the line. However, your boy John Stevens is back.
Yeah.
If this guy can stay healthy, I ain't gonna say Brand gonna be in trouble because he's a mismatch in the end zone. But this guy plays like a wide receiver, but big like a tight end. This guy can play. Also, the rookie that they have, Neville. Neville is a dog.
Auburn,
Neville is a dog, bruh. I'm serious. They ain't mentioned his name yet. I've been, watching him, on the second team, third team. They're not gonna highlight him yet because if they like him, they're gonna try to hide him.
Yeah, they're gonna try to hide it.
So they ain't gonna mention his name, but they gonna try. But he's a dog. So on the tight end side, I hope Brandon Spanford, gets better, because a second year tight end in this system will flourish in this system. And he's
Yeah.
big and he's strong and he's confident. Last
Right.
year, he really didn't have no direction. Dak wasn't on the field. So as an offensive person, you really was in the win the second part of the season because Ford wasn't on the field. You know what I'm saying? But I hope he gets better, man.
Right. Mikey, what you think?
Well, it sucks that he took a step back because he was catching the ball a lot better. He had a lot of problems catching the ball, and he had his spots where he showed last year. I think the biggest opportunity this is for Schoonmaker because he's not
Mm.
exactly in the doghouse, but he could be in that edge where they can cut him as well. We talk about Mozzie, and there's no hate or no shots taking you, Mr. Hale, to the victors, not at all. But the thing is, it's where he's at, and how they paid Jake, how Spanford got this push all of a sudden. Did you notice that there was just this push for him? And we all could agree that Spanford, yeah, he's a big dude and everything, but we drafted Schoonmaker. So it was putting a lot of pressure on, and just the way what happened with Deuce Vaughn is doing good for Jadon Blue. It's doing good for Schoonmaker, getting more opportunities, getting more. As John Stevens dropped two big ones in on Sunday, big dog. I know you like John Stevens, but he dropped two big ones where he was
Yeah.
by himself, and Dak just walked it
Yeah.
to him, and he dropped a
Yeah.
touchdown. But it's neither here nor there. And yes, that Auburn kid, they're hiding that kid. They want him to clear waivers, end up on our practice squad, and him be the future. But I'm on board with that. I'm with Jake Ferguson. Well, with Dak Prescott and tight ends, they need to give him a piece of their contract because he be making them some money, especially guys on the Texans. And then just I know this is adding on to something. Did you hear on the Fan this morning Jake Ferguson taking shots subliminally at Dalton Schultz?
Hey, I let Dalton be. Dalton is down there with them Houston Texans. I leave him be. Leave
He
him
ain't
be.
got no problem lifting
Le-
with
le-
people looking at him.
leave
It's
Dalton
Marquise
so
America's
sweet.
team.
He left. He talked a lot of trash. I'm just gonna leave it where it is. But look, both Armandos, I'm leading y'all to a different place. Okay, so we got a bunch of injuries all of a sudden. Okay, Tyler Guyton was the biggest scare. Okay, because when the phones kept binging that morning. You remember everybody's phone was binging. Everybody's.
Man, I was in the area. I was scared.
Everybody's phone is binging. You know when everybody's phone is binging when Cowboy updates, you always think the worst. It's either somebody got hurt in practice or Micah got paid. And we knew it wasn't Micah, okay? Because we know it ain't 10 minutes before kickoff in over game. So we knew it wasn't Micah. All right. So I'm like, well, fuck, who didn't got hurt? And everybody, and we saw Tyler Guyton, and you know how we've been preaching about how Tyler need to improve this season, right? The offense is going to be based off of his performances, okay? So we'll start with Kuiper first, and then we go with 21. When you heard about Tyler Guyton and Terrence Steele got hurt too, and Rob Jones broke his neck.
Yeah, dude, like
the whole offensive line. so Kuiper, man, what did you think about Tyler, the main one?
It sucks because he is really the biggest key to this offense's success. Really sucks. But honestly, what has me thinking is go sign somebody. Sign a damn veteran. Something for depth. Because for you to see Tyler Guyton get hurt out 4 to 6 weeks and Terrence still got hurt, sign a tackle, improve your depth because this offensive line is starting to look a little more fragile than we thought it would be. Terrence Steele, aluminum steel. He's gonna. I'm starting
aluminum,
to say he's
baby.
gonna get hurt at some point.
Yeah.
His injury history scares me. But honestly, what had me thinking was Rob Jones got hurt. Wasn't he running first teams?
No,
Wasn't he getting his first team snaps?
Him and Booker would change a little bit, but they would
Yeah.
just get him in, and then and that was crazy that you say that, because that particular practice, they're giving him more first teams than they're giving Tyler Booker.
Yeah.
That's
So,
very astute
honestly,
for you to say. But
Booker got saved then. Booker got saved.
it was that Kool-Aid, man. They all drank from that tub. Throw that fucking batch away. But when you say get depth, are you talking Will Hernandez? Is that what you're saying?
You guys don't need interior depth, not interior depth.
You
That's
know
why
exactly
you
what we
draft
all
offensive
thought.
line.
We thought we were going to kick Tyler out.
Yeah. Now, honestly, yeah. If Tyler Guyton continues to get hurt, yeah. But honestly, go sign somebody like, I don't know, man, like a Calvin Beecham type of player, some old veteran who can go either side. He could be a swing tackle.
Yeah. All right.
Don't we still have Let's-Go on the?
Oh,
Well, let's go.
Don't we still have Let's? Didn't we? I mean, we drafted Let's-Go, right?
yeah, but
I gotta look at the roster. Hold on. Let me see if I can bring up the roster.
Well, go.
Hold on. But yeah. I'll bring it up. But yeah, go ahead and finish your point though, 21, about Steele or Guyton.
No, it's just with Guyton, obviously, it's I mean, I think that's the first thing when I saw the news. I think that's the first thing I thought about is who we gonna sign there, right? Because that's one. I think that's one position that we that whole line where we've seen it that it doesn't work when we start rotating our players. We've done that in years past where we do this rotation, move this guy there, and we see how that goes, right? So, we need to fix something there. 4 to 6 weeks. What should he be back? At least the home game.
I think the home game to the Giants.
And that's a lot of valuable snaps, especially for a new system, man.
Yeah.
That's so much that he's gonna miss.
But just like Barry Switzer said, the great thing about being down 21 with 10 minutes left in the first quarter, you got the whole damn game to come back. This is the beginning of the season. We're happy it's not the latter as far as the ACL, but they were changing the way they were talking about Tyler Guyton and what he brought to the table, his accountability, and he was having. And that breaks your heart. He was having improvement, what we wanted, the slightest. From mediocre Tyler to an improved Tyler is the difference in our offense. The thing is, it's still the beginning of the season. This is a fracture. And dude, there's 17 games altogether. What is it going to be? 21 all the way to the end of the season if things go right. So at the same time, you could take that breath and say this is early enough where he could improve, but I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
I think we forget about, we got some tough guys on that squad, which is TJ Bass and Hoffman. I would kick Tyler out to the left side if I need to, and I will put Hoffman and Brands to fill. Hoffman can play right next to Tyler, and Brands can play that right tackle all day long. And we still got the other draft pick we picked in the 6th round last year. Matter of fact, he played left tackle in place of Tyler last year.
And we got Asim, right? Asim Richards.
That's him. Asim Richards played left tackle in the last year, and he did pretty good. You didn't hear his name, so he played pretty well. But as you say, I would still go get a veteran just in case.
But to answer your question, 21, Let's-Go is still there on the team. Yeah, Matt Let's-Go, he's right there. Yeah, 4th year out of North Dakota. So, I didn't realize how big that boy was. 6'8", 305. Yeah, but hell, him getting on the damn field, that's the problem. Shit, he don't ever get on the field.
He's just big, Chris.
Yeah,
he's just big.
This motherfucker just big. He don't do shit else but being big. Anyway,
that's it. And stay hurt. He stay hurt.
And stay hurt. What's up, Mikey? How you doing, man? Mike, Cowboy Corner, man. What's going on, man?
What's going on, you guys? Thanks for sharing the link. Thanks for having me. What's up, everybody? Armando, Kuiper, Chopper, Mikey, big fella.
All day.
Say, man,
The Cowboy Up Podcast.
you know how it is, man. We love it, man. Hey, we was talking about injuries, man. We were talking about especially injuries to the offensive line, man. When you got that alert, man, about Tyler Guyton, man, what were you thinking, brother?
It's time for Austin Richards to step up. That's what I thought. It's next man up mentality. You got to go to the next man. It's football is going to continue. When you look at Austin Richards play last year, when Tyler Guyton was in and out of the lineup, the running game got better.
Yeah.
Cooper Rush got better because he was able to throw off that blind side, right? I don't want this shuffling to go on. I don't want Tyler Smith to kick out here. You go. I don't want none of that. I want Tyler Smith to play the best position that he plays, and that's left guard. Keep him there, and then you got to give Big 76 the opportunity to go maul somebody, and you can't do that if you're going to go ahead and just bench him and play offensive lineman shuffle. Absolutely not. You got to have some camaraderie there. Let that marinate, and then keep Tyler Smith there at the left guard position.
I got a question
Love
for the
it.
whole. I got a question for the whole panel. You know how last year we really thought that Brock was going to start at center, and they started BB because I thought BB was a better guard than a center. You know, was switching positions and all this thing, right? Last year, I thought it was more political when it comes to the best five on the offensive line. Do you guys still think it's a political thing? Because just say if Guyton can't go, I thought Austin Richards improved last year. But will you think they will actually kick Tyler out, or will they actually let Austin play? Do you think the Cowboys got rid of this political shit and just gonna let the best five play?
You know what? I think they will if Guyton wasn't a first round pick.
Mhm.
See, with him being a first round pick,
Political.
I don't see it. I don't see it. If he was a second round pick, then I'd be more inclined to say, hey, they're gonna go with the best five. But I think whoever picked him, whoever the scout was, whoever signed off on, they are right. They're nervous. They're pretty nervous right now. But if I was them, I would let Austin Richards do his thing until Tyler beat him out. That's what I would do. But they still got to pay him the money, and it comes down to the money.
Yeah.
But I hope they don't be political because it doesn't make any sense.
Okay. Anybody else?
I think that's the reason Hoffman hasn't started.
Yeah.
Because he's an undrafted free agent. He is good enough to be at that right guard position. He was good enough for the Cowboys not have to spend a first rounder on Booker. So honestly, they're gonna keep Tyler Smith at left guard. It's just gonna happen. They're not looking anywhere. I think they want that interior to at least be the best part of the offensive line, and for that to be where the camaraderie is, which is not a bad thing. They're looking at what the Chiefs did. The Chiefs did that with Joe Tooney, Trey Smith, and Creed Humphrey. So the formula's there. It's just a matter of if they believe in Guyton more than anything, honestly.
Well, but you know what? Keeping the guys where they're at says a lot about their new coaching, especially on the line and their philosophy there. Because a lot of us thought that quickly. That all right, and like how you said it, Big Chris, about the politics and not putting Brock Hoffman there, and we want to see Brock on the field because he's a friend of the show and he's a friend of ours. But we like him at the swing tackle. He's the Jumbo Joe Looney of this of this version of the Cowboys line. But I think everybody stays the same. It says a lot about their confidence in their coaching and what they could do, and that's something that gets lost with the Cowboys because we always have one of the most talented rosters, but it seems that coaching has fallen short through the years, led it to be like game time decisions or managing the game and stuff like that. We've had the teams to win higher and get to where we want to be, but now the coaching in practice and time is going to say a lot of their confidence in these guys.
21.
I mean, for me, it's like Corner said, with this shuffling game, it can't go. I think everybody needs to stay put, and where Mikey was going. That's where I was headed. Is we talk about the culture change in Dallas, right? And this coaching, right? This coaching, and I think it says a lot if they go with just the best five, right? Because it's Jerry kind of staying out now, right? So we'll see how that goes. But if we see that political movement, then you know where it's coming from, and it's the top, right? We've seen it. We've seen the whole Zeke and what was the running back that led to the Titans?
Rico.
Not Rico. Dowdle, right? We've seen the political move there, right? So but we'll see. Cowboys will Cowboys sometimes.
Corner, what you think, man? You think is it gonna be political? Is it just because you're a first round pick, I'm gonna start you, or are they gonna let the best five play?
Absolutely. You got to let the best five play, and you don't draft Tyler Booker in the first round if you don't think he's the best right guard on the football team. So Tyler Booker, not only is he the best guard on the football field, I get it. We got a love affair with Hoffman, but Tyler Booker's better than Hoffman in the long run. An 18-game season, in a 17-game season, an 18-week NFL league. So when you look at that aspect of it, that's what you have to look at. Now, Terrence Steele, could he have some competition there with Cornelius? Could be. I know
go down Cornelius.
I know Ajimbi's been playing there in his absence. I know he's back now. That was one of the free agents we signed before the draft. But no, they're going to put the best five out there. And if you were drafted in the first round, you're going to be one of the best five. And that's just is what it is.
Well, I just want to put this out here on tape or film, whatever we use, digital. Brock Hoffman, I didn't say that. I think you are the best. He's the friend of the show.
Gotta get back on the show, guys. Gotta get him back on the show.
Hey, what do you see? Like now you're looking at what an injury could do to the detriment to Tyler Guyton. There was Deuce Vaughn got hurt, which is bad for him because this is his last year. He's gonna get cut. But what it's done for Jadon Blue, what do you guys think about that?
I ain't about getting hurt. Deuce got hurt, huh?
Hamstring.
But what it did is they gave those Deuce carries to Jadon, and it's made Jadon learn fast in a hurry, and then all of a sudden you're seeing highlights of this dude breaking it. I know they're not completely tackling, but there was a couple of them where he made a dude miss and he was gone. You know what I mean? And those are the carries he wasn't getting because Deuce was getting them because apparently he was behind and blitz pickup and stuff like that. But now he has to learn baptism by fire, which is good for Jadon and for us.
Well, let me say this. If that's the case, if Deuce is hurt again, it's a problem because Deuce will get cut before the season will start. And I hate that for him. I'm still cheering for Deuce. I know Cowboy Corner can't. He think he's a wasted roster spot. Cowboy Corner can't despise.
Cowboy Corner don't got the Hallmark channel in his house. He don't got the Hallmark. He don't like the feel good stories.
No. But if Deuce is hurting, if he don't get to play in the preseason, it's bad for him. He's an automatic cut. They're not. They may cut him, may bring him back on the practice squad, but somebody else. But that's a bad spot for people who's hanging on to that end of the 53. If you're on that end of the 53, that's an issue. That's an issue.
Especially when that room is full.
Yes. Yes, it's a full room. Corner, what you think about that? About your favorite running back on the Cowboys?
I'm going to pitch Deuce Vaughn an idea. You know how there's big and tall clothing? He needs a little and small. That's what he needs. He needs a little and small. That should be his clothing line. I'm just pitching that to you, Deuce Vaughn. I don't want any commission off that. Go open you up a little and small clothing line. But
I might be there, man. Leave us short tees alone, man.
When size doesn't matter.
When you're on the back of the depth chart and you're hurt, it only hurts you, right?
Yeah.
And in all seriousness, Deuce Vaughn, this is how he makes a living. This is how he provides for his family, But when that hamstring goes pop, you're losing reps, you're losing opportunity. And a guy that just got drafted in the 5th round, Jadon Blue, he's going to take your spot, and he's going to take that spot pretty quick. Cowboys value. So I know, and I get it. He was a draft pick too, but he was a draft pick a few years ago. See, the momentum is gone. Now it's you got to prove it. So right now, Jadon Blue has that momentum because he is the new legs that's refreshed here on the roster.
Let me add to something so you can keep talking. And Turpin getting all these carries is not helping Deuce Vaughn, because those are Deuce Vaughn carries Turpin's taking away. The little gadget guy plays, the Lucky Whitehead plays that we used to see, the jet sweep plays, these counters with reverses, and then these direct snaps that Turpin is getting used to be Deuce Vaughn carries.
Chop, what you think about it? What you think, Chop?
Man, okay, I don't want to sound like a homer. By him getting hurt, he did not help himself. But here's what I'm thinking, y'all. I'm going back to the politics side.
Okay.
Connor Riley is in the building.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? He knows exactly how to get the most out of Deuce Vaughn. That's why Deuce Vaughn been looking like he's been looking. Connor Riley came in and changed that zone scheme of how they run that line. All of a sudden, Deuce Vaughn is running all over the place. But I must say that room is crowded, and he may be the odd man out and brought back on the practice squad because I can't see him. Only person he can beat out maybe is Phil Maffa. Maybe. You know, Phil Maffa is a dog out of Clemson.
Yeah, I like Phil Maffa, bro.
He may be out, man. It was a good story. And I saw when Connor Riley came in, I said, oh, Deuce Vaughn's gonna run the rock now. And then he gets hurt.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I would love to see him, because I think with the right blocking, they wouldn't see that guy until he got to the second level.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Yeah.
But he in a bad room. He in a bad room.
Kuiper, what you think, baby?
I think it only helps Jadon Blue to make an argument for himself to be running back too. Now you're going to see all the gadget or all the in space plays go to Jadon Blue, and he's only going to show the Cowboys that Miles Sanders is nothing compared to what he can be, compared to what kind of juice he offers. Everything that Deuce Vaughn did, Jadon Blue can easily do, and probably better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I'm cheering for Deuce. I'm still cheering for Deuce. I'm cheering for him, man. I was in Kansas City at the draft when it happened. I was like, "Yay, we got Deuce," and Deuce ain't done a Deuce yet. Anyway, I mean, let's switch positions right now, man, because I want y'all opinion, because I didn't realize this till I was doing a little research. You know, our cornerback position, it's a lot of people hurt. Okay, we got Diggs on the pup. We got Rebel on the pup. We got Butler on the pup, and Kalen Carson's knee out for 4 to 6 fucking weeks.
Yep.
We got 4 cornerbacks hurt. Yeah. 4. And we thought this was gonna have a lot of depth this year because of Diggs coming back and everything. And damn. And I'm sorry, right? And Bland won't be back in practice until Monday. So that's actually 5. Yeah. Okay. That's 5 cornerbacks. 5. Kuiper. Please give me something positive, Kuiper. Can you tell me something positive?
I don't even know if I can, man. Your top 3 starters, Bland, Rebel, and Diggs, neither one of those players have been on the field and haven't gotten any snaps in a new defense.
Mm-hmm.
That's a problem. Yeah. I didn't even realize that that is a big problem.
Yes. 5 cornerbacks. 5.
Man, you talk about signing a vet for offense, sign a vet for defense. For that,
I believe they already did. I believe they went and got somebody, Christian Matthews.
Yeah, Christian from Arizona.
Yeah. That's Man,
Camp
that's
body.
tough.
It's a camp body.
It's a body, yeah, it's a body, but it does. It hurts when you have your top. I want to say 3, 4 right cornerbacks out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah,
right.
and
It's
your
hard,
rookie.
but I know, like the Ron Bland is just pretty much. I think he had a baby, right? He had a baby, so he's kind of stepped away for a little bit, or is he hurt?
Sympathy pains.
Right.
Right. So,
His hand probably broke.
Yeah.
so hopefully,
No, his wife's having a baby.
yeah. So, I mean, that's really not none, but the injuries. This was, and then and then you have one of your top, and then you have your top cornerback come out and kind of disgruntled, and that's kind of like, it adds that little, we might see another Amari situation happen. I don't know. I'm
No
just saying.
good.
Yeah.
On top of his boy not getting his deal, and the owner saying, "Well, the chants for Lamb were a lot louder than they were for Micah."
Oh my God.
All right. So, Cowboy Corner, what you think about these corners, man?
Hey, my stance doesn't change with the corners that it did with the offensive line. Who's the next man up? When I'm looking at these practices, I'm looking at a guy named Troy Pride Jr., who's making a lot of plays in practice. I'm looking at a guy named Kier Elam, who we traded from the Buffalo Bills. Big 2-0 out there making plays. You got Deron Bland still. I know Siobhan Revel ain't practicing, but he's getting close. I know Maximilian makes a good point. Jahad Campbell, the linebacker at Alabama, the Eagles drafted him. He's out there playing. There was a big injury question mark, but we went ahead and got Siobhan Revel, right? Who was also injured, but one's practicing and one isn't, and one is not. But he will be there. So when I look at this, these guys are going up against George Pickens, C.D. Lamb, Javonte Turpin. Those are big guys, and they're making plays on the ball. As Coach Schottenheimer would say, breaking the triangle. They're doing that. These guys are breaking the triangle, getting the ball out of these guys' hands. It's next man up. And one thing that I'm looking at is Kalen Carson. He was hurt last year as well. He did not play well last year at all. I don't know how in the world this guy is getting the opportunities he is getting. He must have dirt on Jerry Jones, because I don't understand how this man is, number one, wearing 21, and number two, looking like hot shit.
We liked Carson at a camp last year. We liked what he provided as a body, but as more the season went on, that Atlanta game especially, like, where the hell were
he needs to change his jersey number? That's what
they do. There's a lot
I forgot one more name. Israel Mukuamu. All right, he's your nickel corner.
That's my dog.
Isn't that a safety?
All the guys I like, bro.
No, he's a corner now. He was a corner in college. Dan Quinn made him a safety. Matt Eberflus is making him back to a corner, and he's your nickel corner. So, guys, it looks like the sky's falling, but in Matt Eberflus, I trust here. All right.
Hey, you know what, corner? Okay. I love that you came to Jesus, because when I made suggestions like Kyron Elam and Mukuamu, you shitted on me 3 to 4 weeks ago before we went on, and I'm glad that you're looking at things of this is what we got. And we're trusting our coaching staff, and I love that you come around, because when I talked about Mukuamu, you shitted on my boy Mukuamu.
Mikey,
I had to remind you, when he played nickel against Tom Brady in the last Tom Brady game, he had an outstanding fucking game.
Mikey,
and I liked and Elam getting that pick six, picking up some stranger's kid like he's Simba. Fucking, you gotta like the camaraderie with our defense, but what this does, it puts pressure on Jerry to sign Micah even more, because what makes a subpar secondary a good fucking pass rush, and we all fucking know that. But
Mikey,
I'm just happy that that my boy corner on the corner, the mics on the corner are on the same page.
Mikey, we're one more topic away from me shitting on your thoughts. Just give it a few more topics. Continue the show, big fella.
This right here is your Mikey moment of the show.
Brought to you by Tourette's, ADD, and No List.
Oh, God.
Welcome to the Cowboy Up Podcast, everybody. If you hadn't been here before, welcome. This is Barbershop Talk. We talk a lot of barber and shopping. A special guest, once again, I'm gonna tell everybody, if you don't know him, man, our special guest, man, from the ATL, by the way, of the fucking town, man. Chop is in the building. Also, man, another Texas boy, but he living in that Kansas area, man, the Cowboy Corner. And hey, man, we love everybody here, man. But look, let's get into another topic. Let's get into another. What's wrong? What time? What are you saying, Mike? I ain't sign languages and shit. I know he got a super chat. I saw that. I ain't coming to me. It's coming to him. Fuck. Yeah. Maximilian gave my man a super chat. I appreciate that, Maximilian, for Cowboy Corner. I ain't monetized yet, but you, hey, I give you my cash app. Hey, I give you my cash app.
Okay.
But anyway, oh, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought, man. Y'all got me throw it off. Okay, cornerback, Shavon Rebel. Okay, all right. So I want to play this for you, man. I got a kick out of this. Go ahead.
What are you playing? I'm sharing the stream.
This is nothing that'll get you in trouble. Nothing that'll get you in trouble. Nothing. Okay, breathe. Woosah.
It's good Hulk Hogan, not racist Hulk Hogan. All right,
it's
wrestler Hulk Hogan, not racist Hulk Hogan.
This is a hot 20 seconds of becoming my new favorite player. All right.
I mean, that's just the epitome of offensive line. You're doing algebra in a fist fight. You know what I mean?
You're doing algebra in a what?
Fist fight.
Algebra in a fist. Okay,
yeah, it's offensive line.
What was it? You play.
So you know what he's talking about, right? Okay, as an offensive lineman, you got to be smart and you got to fight at the same time, right? So I'm loving this kid more and more. All right, what he's saying, what he's doing is to me making me fall in love with him more and more. That little quick little snippet, it was all over the internet and everything. Doing algebra in the fist fight. So at first, I think he caught the reporters off guard because they didn't know how to react. They was like, doing algebra in the fist fight. So that means you weren't smart enough to catch it. Chop, did you catch it when he said it?
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I didn't at first, and I had to sit there and go like, okay, you got to be smart and tough at the same. Okay, because you know what? I was looking for something deeper than that, but it was really in your face if you were just caught on with it. You know, this guy, man. I'm excited about this guy. It's almost scary. It's almost seemed like halfway through the season he's gonna be running the whole offense. That's what he makes me feel like. He gonna be like, yo, Dak, get rid of the ball in 3 seconds. Don't stand on the ball. Dump it off. I got you, son. Let's go. That's where, to me, that's what I get from him. If he don't take over the offense this year, next year, he is going to be that voice. He is going to be that dude out there looking at dudes like, yo, man, block. Don't let that dude do you like that. What the hell wrong with you? He just can't do it now because he's a freshman. But I don't think I've ever seen a rookie like this, especially in this position. You know, so hey, peace out to him, man.
Hey, Kuiper, I saw you beamed up when you saw it, man. What did you think when you heard it, man? Because it got me hyped when he said it.
I was the same way, man. At first, it flew over my head, but when I realized what he was actually saying, I was like, okay, that's a beautiful way to actually describe what he's doing from a brawler, a bruiser's perspective. It's like it really shows how he's prepared, that he knows what he's got to do. He knows that you gotta fight and think of the next moves while you're fighting. So I loved it. It's the mentality part. Everything that he's been saying is spot on. Everything that he's been saying so far really shows you he's got the mentality of the NFL down to a wire.
But son, don't give these offensive linemen a fucking pass. They're not fighting, they're holding, right? They're holding. They're just
don't be hating. Don't be hating. Don't be hating.
We were DTs. We're part of the fraternity.
Yeah.
We down with those dirty ass guards. Getting grabbing my girdle and shit.
21. The people who block for you was doing algebra and having a fist fight. What did you think, 21? You ran the ball.
Hey, I needed to open A, right? I need that algebra and those fist fights to open up them holes, man, right? So, it's like Kuiper says, this man has that mentality and he's talking the talk right now. I'm just excited for Chopper. I'm really excited to see him, right? Especially in those preseason games if we get to see him, right? So I'm excited. He's been talking that talk since he got drafted and everything.
Since day one.
Since day one, he's been talking that
Since
talk.
day one.
It looks like he's gonna walk that walk, and that's what I'm excited to see.
Man,
Go
ahead.
I'm sorry, Chris. One more thing. He was the only one to shut down Donovan Easy Rock in practice.
He's the star.
He's the only one. Yeah. He was the only one to do it. He shut him down. I mean, easily too. And he shut down Sam Williams easily. And I'm watching him going like, damn.
Well,
what the hell?
That's in that NASCAR package. I don't know if I know exactly what you're talking about. They have this NASCAR package where they put it's obviously going to be it's going to be Micah, Nealon, Williams, Odigizua. And they had him. Sam Williams face to Booker. Booker better man handle his ass. And as a Rocco, but as a Rocco's has gotten Tyler Booker in stunts. His stunt game.
Yes.
He has.
Yeah.
But
he got him in stunts. But straight up,
Yeah. So, Cowboy Corner, what did you think, man, when you heard the algebra in a fist fight?
I wrote that down. I have a thing called Sounds of the Lineman. And I'll tell you my top three. Okay. Sounds of the Lineman. Algebra in a fist fight made number one.
Okay.
George, when Looney ran with the tune of Zeke, and they asked him how did you run that fast with Zeke? He said, I pictured Dunkin' Donuts in the end zone. That's number two. And number three
game, right? The last game.
And number three is when Lyle went from the left side to the right side, a lineman asked him, how hard is it to switch? Lyle Collins looked at the reporter dead in his face and said, are you right-handed? He said, yeah. He goes, wipe your ass with your left hand. That's how it is.
Hey, but it's true. It's true because remember all last year when I was telling you how everybody said how easy it was going to be for BB to switch from guard to center. I said, bro, that's a different animal. Even though to his detriment, to his positivity, that he actually did a good job and became a real good center. But it's hard, bro. You see the trouble Guyton is having going his whole career in Oklahoma being a right tackle going to left tackle. It looked like he ain't never played before. So that's a great quote. I need to write that one down. I need that one, man. Try wiping your ass with your left hand when you're right-handed, baby. Have you ever wiped your ass with your left hand when you're right-handed?
Y'all nasty. Y'all don't know how to use the three.
She said no. She said no. She said no. But hey, man, look, I was excited about it, man. When I heard the quote. And then I was also excited, Mikey kind of brought it up with Elam when he went and picked up the kid after the interception. Have you noticed something about practice? Practice is a lot different this year than it is last year. Man, these guys are hyped at every moment. It looked like a high school or college practice. It don't look like an NFL practice. And I am excited about that. Mikey, you got any thoughts on that?
He does.
Hey, real quick, I gotta go, guys.
Okay, all right, Kuiper, man, take it easy, brother.
Hey, bye. Hey, enjoy the movie. It's a great movie. So, I want to thank Law Nation for his live video stream. I want to thank Cam Fam for their video stream and my partner Eric Serrano. I always remember and El Podcast Mis Cowboys. He was out there and you could just see the difference. You could see how Shotty gets in there, or that fight. that fight that Sam Williams, oh shit, Sam Williams is fighting again. But there was a punch thrown. And when that punch was thrown, it's reported that Shotty went from player coach to coach, because they ain't gonna have none of that fucking nonsense, and that's good. And they listen, and there hasn't been another punch thrown since. You know what that tells me? They respect the dude.
Right.
There's a limit. Of course, they want to fight each other. Of course, it's competition, but there is a way to be out of bounds. You know, obviously on this show, things have gotten that way. But there's got to be a level of respect with people that you work with. And when Shotty lost his shit because they threw a punch, and there hasn't been a punch thrown since, now that they're in pads, that says a lot. If they love this guy, and I've already thought about this, I feel sorry for the LA Chargers. If they play their asses off of this guy, the LA Chargers are gonna get their ass kicked. Put that as a win, just for the simple fact that he wants get backs for how they did his daddy.
Chop, any thoughts on that?
Hey, you know what? I'm very, very happy that Shotty got the respect that he have. You know, he knows how to throw that rope out there, and he's sitting out there dangling that rope. But when it was time to tighten it up, when that fight came, he was the same coach, and he tightened it up, and he got their respect. I feel very, very good about it, because sometimes that's kind of stuff get out of control, and the coach will kind of fold a little bit. Oh, okay, it's all right. But same energy he had on being hyped to get them all playing was the same energy he had to calm them all down, let them know, hey, listen, this is serious business. This is the real deal. We ain't doing that. We're gonna play hard. We're gonna work hard. But we're not gonna do this on this football field. Not while I'm at watch.
You sound like somebody's daddy, bro. Oh my God.
Hey, I had a son. Well, yeah, I had a son to play. But yeah, I respect him on that. But let me go back to something real quick about the offensive lineman while we still talking about this real quick. Clayton Adams did an interview today. I don't know if you saw it. But Clayton Adams, back to this politic game about the best five, he said something I just thought about. He said, we are doing the best five. If you can't play, you're not going to be here. I was like, damn.
Okay.
Go back and check it out if you can.
That's what you want to hear. That's what you want to hear. 21, you any thoughts?
I mean, on these practices, it's looking up tempo. It's looking like, I guess, what we've been talking about since the beginning of, I guess the whole Cowboys and the draft and all that. This culture is changing, and you see it, right? You see it on the field. Like I said, I hope this I guess this play that they're doing now, I hope it continues and carries on the camaraderie, how they get along, all that, because it's football's a brotherhood, right? We've all played it, and so. When you go into these games and you go in kind of as one, it's and that's what it's looking like right now. It's we're gonna be a force to be reckoned with. Especially, I mean, I feel like they got us underrated in everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So I think that they see our schedule and they see us. That's the same old Cowboys, but I just think we're different this year. You feel it, you see it. It's different. I'm excited.
We're 50-1 to get to the Super Bowl, and then to make the playoffs. What is it? Negative 2.241 or something like that. The lowest we've been to make the playoffs since 2014. But what happened in 2014, guys?
Made the playoffs. Went up there and beat Seattle. When the Dome couldn't get beat.
It was a catch, but.
And it was a catch.
All right. Well, look, we started late tonight, so we're finishing early. We're gonna do with our final thoughts, man. Final thoughts. We'll start with my man, Cowboy Corner. What's your final thoughts, man, for the night?
Yeah, no, I'll touch on practice real quick, and then I'll give my final thoughts.
Sure, go ahead.
So I've been drinking the Schottenheimer Kool-Aid for a while now. I was on my own little island drinking that Schottenheimer Kool-Aid. I was chugging the Kool-Aid of Schottenheimer because what I seen was action, right? Mike McCarthy lied to me. Jason Garrett was a robot. I seen Schottenheimer and says, "Hey, I'm gonna treat the players as people, and then we're gonna play football." Right? A lot of people took that the wrong way. I was like, "Okay, let's see how you do it." Schottenheimer said, "We're gonna run the football, and we're gonna be aggressive up front." He goes gets Clayton Adams. He goes gets Connor Riley. He drafts Tyler Booker. He drafts 2 running backs. Okay, I like the way you do things. Then he goes and takes players on dinners and bowling and Greek dancing. I didn't like the Greek dancing thing, but he did that with his quarterbacks and having a shrimp boil and doing these things, right? All that led up to the moment that the punch was thrown. Because if Schottenheimer did not take the approach he did in the offseason, he could not stand in that huddle and say what he said to those men, and those men take him serious. That's how you lead. That's how you build respect, and that's how it's built in any foundation of management. I've been in management since I was 19. From managing people in corrections to managing employees in the workforce. I've managed, and this is how you build that foundation, and that's why I've been on it. There's a thing that we call in law enforcement, it's called being firm, fair, and consistent. Schottenheimer is firm, he's fair, and he's consistent. And that right there is going to earn respect in that locker room. You're going to have guys wanting to run through brick walls for Brian Schottenheimer because his approach to these players. This is the Pete Carroll. This is the Dan Quinn approach, and it works. It absolutely works. My final thoughts, guys. 11 days to preseason. Rest these Rams. Take these practices with a grain of salt. Whatever Jadon Blue does in Oxnard doesn't mean anything until we see him in preseason. When the lights are bright, you have to be right. And if you ain't, you get exposed. And we can't have these guys get exposed. We need everybody, all 53 men, when it comes time to get cut, to be available and be ready for these stank-ass, hoe-ass, puss-ass Eagles.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank
what is
you.
it?
You forgot the trick
Damn
ass.
Eagles. What's the chant? What's the chant? What's the chant?
Die, Eagles, die on the road to misery. You ready? F-U-C-K, fuck
them Eagles. F-U-C-K, fuck the Eagles.
I love Cowboy Corner. I fucking love Cowboy Corner. Like you, man. All right, Chop, you got to follow that, man. Give me your final thoughts, Chop.
Hey, first of all, hats off to Cowboy Corner. I second everything you just said. It's one more name we left out as far as getting the respect of a team, and you probably won't like this, but Doug Peterson. Remember the year Doug Peterson took over the Eagles and how hyped they were during the whole training camp, through the season, all the way to the Super Bowl. He did the exact same thing. So I'm loving this. And I think what we dealing with.
I understand what you mean.
Yeah. I'm loving this because, number one, this is what the players needed. They needed Schottenheimer. Schottenheimer, Shotty, he relates to these players. And the players actually respect him for real. And nobody believes in him. I've been hearing all this trash. Oh, he ain't gonna win. He's never been a head coach. Okay. Keep thinking that. And I want to leave y'all with this. If you go back and do some research about the games last year, go back and look at the interviews with Mike McCarthy, and then look at the interviews with Brian Schottenheimer. They are vastly different. That's when I knew there was a disconnect. Right. I knew there was a disconnect. I knew it right then. I said, wait a minute, something ain't right. But anyway, back to my final thoughts. Hey, man, this was a good show. Hey, thank y'all for having me on the squad. Appreciate y'all bringing me in, and I can't wait to do something with the season. I think it's going to be a hell of a season. I'll be out there at one of the games or two. Hope to run into one of y'all, and hope this ain't the last show.
Yes, sir.
Chop. All right, 21. Give us your final thoughts, 21.
11 days, man. 11 days, and we get back to that preseason. We get to really see what we hope to see, right? I guess that what we're seeing now in training camp. So I'm excited. This season is it can't get here any faster. you see Mikey with the Cowboy Up podcast, as he always says, man, tell your friends about us. But I'm excited, man. It's here. It's finally here. It's what we've been waiting for.
All right, 520. Give us your final thoughts, baby.
This is, man, get your honeydews done. Get your honeydews done for the next month. Go to church when you're supposed to go to church. Grease up the white. Take your white out for dates, because once September 4th starts, even earlier for some of our college fans, we're gonna be occupado. We're not gonna be here. It's gonna be a glorious time where I know you're on the West Coast, Chris, where you're just gonna be in your sandals and pregame's gonna be on while you eat your Fruit Loops or your Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's a beautiful time zone. You're gonna love it all the way from the morning all the way tonight, and then you can go to bed. But I just want to just let everybody know. Ahorita vamos a tener otro capítulo de el podcast Mis Cowboys con Eric Serrano, Boots on the Ground, Sontiniza también, and same thing with here, Cowboy Podcast. Like, subscribe, and if you love us, tell your friends about us.
All right, man. My final thoughts is this. The big fella is excited. Whenever you put them elephant draws on, if people don't know what that means, it's your pads, and you put that helmet on, and you hear the cracking, the smell you have in the locker room. We all play football. Y'all remember that smell?
Yeah, that smell
in the locker room.
Yeah.
Okay, it was half sweat, half funk. It was half, but half mold. But that smell got you excited to play some fucking football, right? So the guys got that smell in their head right now, and it's football season.
Sir.
I can't wait till the Rams come hopping, skipping their little punk ass up north, play a little practice, Then I can't wait till we go down there and play an actual preseason game, because I'm really excited, man, to see these rookies. The Cowboys got a lot of questions, and we need a lot of answers, because I think we really need to pay attention to the preseason games this year, guys, because, before they would just have afterthoughts. But the Cowboys got 30 new players on their team, and we got 30 fucking questions that we need answered. So that's what I want.
Beautiful.
That's what I need. That's the big fella's final thoughts. Man, once again, thanks for Chop, man, all the way from the ATL, staying up late, man, to talk a little Cowboy football. Thanks to Mike Cowboy Corner in Kansas, man. Appreciate that. Also, 21 in El Paso, and Mikey in Arizona. As you can tell, this is a fucking America's team show, and we all over America, ain't we? From the East Coast to the Central, to Mountain and West. We got all 4 time zones represented tonight. Appreciating Cowboy Corner streaming his people. Brando, man, appreciate you always. Fire in the comments. Thank you, Aaron in the comments, Maximilian in the comments. Appreciate y'all joining us always. My man, WWE guy, Ivan Sosa, always in there. Appreciate you there. Hey, man, once again, as we always say here at the Cowboy Up Podcast, Dallas Cowboys for life.
Puro pinches Cowboys.
What kind of weird is Christian Wilkins doing now? Doing the splits and kissing motherfuckers up in that fucking locker room?
Yeah, let me give a big shout out to St. Louis Joe, bro, in the building. Always WWE Ivan Sosa in the building.
You see him?
The loyalist. You got Cowboy Beat in the building.
The great Cowboy Beat.
Big shout out, man. Big shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all joining. We only growing, guys. We only growing. It's gonna get bigger, excited. And
Hey, did you see he got retrofit right in the introduction?
I see it.
Hey man, hey,
Videos, dancing.
hold on, player. Sometimes I screw up, player. You know, hey man.
Players fuck up.
Hey, yeah,
Players
man.
fuck up sometimes.
Yeah. This first day of pads. Say, man, you know, we all played, man. It's just something about that first day. Ain't nothing like it. It is nothing like it, man. Because now to me,
No, tomorrow tells the truth. Today was but tomorrow tells the truth.
I'm sick of this shit, man. I'm sick of this shit, man. You know, I know we all co-hosts, but you know, I like to have a little quick monologue before we get into a subject. You know, your ass always got to, spread shit and eating wings and
Motherfucker sprint.
calm down.
I haven't sprinted in 5 years.
Calm down, Mike.
Sprinting 5 years.
Calm down, Mike.
What you sprinting right now?
Yeah, we got a long show. We can go as long as you want to, man. So 21, what you got for Brock today, man?
Pleasure to meet you, Brock. I appreciate the love on TikTok, man. Shout out to Brock, man. Welcome to the show. Hey, I got the hard hitting questions, so I got the controversial.
You come out with that Waterburger in and out, right?
We kind of keep it light, but big fella, I gotta hit him with Walter Cronkite stuff here.
Okay.
Drake or Kendrick?
See, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have never really grew up liking Kendrick like that, right? I've always been a big Drake fan, so I'm gonna say Drake, but not like us. Like I was telling Terrence the other day, because Terrence is a huge Kendrick fan. I was like, not like us has me feel like a certain way, because I'm like sitting there like vibing that song, but it's like this is Drake, and I'm a Drake fan over Kendrick any day. So that's not the only Kendrick song I like. Yeah.
And remember, like, subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to like. If you love us, tell your friends about us. Like.